It's the Litty Show. The Litty Show.
You know the fucking vibe, man.
You know the fucking vibe. This is your boy Litty Willie, and today I got Nick Rodriguez. That's what you. What is it?
Rod.
Nick Rod.
It's shortened.
Shortened. Okay, so you go by Nick Rod.
Nick Rod.
Nick Rod. So first of all, did you kill it out there?
I hope so. That's what I think.
I didn't hear no booze.
I think it's no booze. Everyone seemed to be fucking. It was a little different vibe for like
Right.
what people usually be doing out here.
Right,
and like,
right.
you know, I still bring the raps, and
Hell
that's
yeah.
what I think is important.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
The music and the singing.
So how did the craft come apart? The beginning. Where did this all start from? You and your music.
I mean, I've been doing music since I can remember. You know what I mean? I remember like my first memories ever is like being like 6 years old, 5 years old, driving in my dad's Mini Cooper. He's blasting Changes by Tupac.
Oh wow.
And that shit. And the Beatles.
So we can say 5 years old as long as you remember from now.
Yeah, type shit.
First time you started rapping. Do you remember?
High school when I heard my brother put me on to Senior Skip Day by Mac Miller. Mac Miller was the first rapper that I ever heard.
Definitely a dope introduction.
Yeah, type shit. And then I started getting into everything, you know what I mean? Because when I was growing up, I was like a big Michael Jackson fan, big Beatles fan.
Oh shit.
Big Tupac fan too, because
Yeah?
my dad would always play it. So like, but then in high school, yeah,
Pops was Pac over Biggie.
yeah,
For sure. Okay. What has been your hardest obstacle so far in this whole music journey?
Man, I think just like blending everything together because I'm a big music connoisseur. I love instrumentalists, things like that, but also keeping like the soul of the rap. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And I can hear it in you.
And I also sing too, yeah. So like trying to find a balance in between them and bringing it all together. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, well, I'm 20 years old now. When I was 15, I started. So I've been developing it
Right.
4 or 5 years now. And
How do you feel so far?
now is like, I think this last year was really like my stages of like, I really feel comfortable in my craft type shit.
Right.
And like, that's a different feeling because everybody knows if you're a musician, it takes time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But the craft is going, and then the elements
Exactly.
going. And you're versatile,
Exactly.
which is a good thing too.
For sure. And I think this last year I started producing all my stuff too.
Oh shit. Okay.
So everything, all my songs, I produce them in house.
Congrats to you. Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah. And
Cut the middleman out.
Exactly. And you know what it is in this day and age? If you want to quality content, quality stuff in your craft, it usually costs a lot of money.
Yeah. So you got.
And for me, yeah, I'm in college. I go to Berkeley, and I ain't got no money to be sparing for extra man, 2 man here, 3 man here. You know what I mean? So learning how to do everything by myself has been a big plus and a big learning experience for me.
The key words is figure it out.
Exactly.
You figuring it out.
Figured it out. Exactly. For sure.
Doing a collab with a band, Carlos and the Experience. Talk about that.
Yeah, man. They were great. So what I usually do is my boy Aitor, who's sitting over there right now. He's usually my drummer, and then I have my other boy Tony Tonwardo, who he would play the keys. He does the horn too, so we'll switch off.
Right.
I'll go on when he's not on the keys. I'll go on the keys, and he'll play horn
Go back and
solos and
forth.
shit
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
So it's like a big a lot of jazz influence. You know what I mean?
Dope.
But they were all out of town this one show that I was doing. So I was like, shit, I gotta figure something out. So I hit up Carlos through Miami Beat Wave,
Okay.
who we both work with.
Dope.
And he heard my music and he was like, bro,
Hell yeah.
of course. Yeah, I'm
hell
super
yeah.
down.
Hell yeah.
And then funny story about the concert that we did. I was hitting him up like, yo, 2 weeks, 3 weeks before. When are we gonna rehearse? Like, can we rehearse my songs? Because y'all never played my songs before. Like,
Right.
let's get a rehearsal or two
Right.
in. And he texted me back like, this is probably like 6 days before the show. Talking about, nah, we're an improv band. We don't rehearse. And I was like, oh
Fuck.
shit,
Yeah,
because
yeah, fuck.
I never played with a band that I
Right,
haven't
right.
at least had a rehearsal for.
Right.
So I was a little bit nervous with that.
No pressure.
So then we went on. I was like, all right, this is the first time we played through everything. Played it through and fucking killed it.
Natural.
They all killed it.
Good shit.
Yeah. And he told me something that night that I'll never forget. He said, bro, you are meant to be a leading man. And that is what you need to be doing.
And you're still running with that.
Oh yeah, of course.
Dope as fuck. So how important to you is Miami Meets Miami, this whole event that we got going down here?
Man, this is awesome. My boy Curly J, he put me on.
Shout out to
And
Curly J.
Yeah, shout out to Curly J. And he got us together. He told me about Paul and told me about other people that are here. And bro, it's an amazing thing. I've already talked to a bunch of artists that are out there.
Oh.
And that is different. You know what I mean?
Right,
There's
right,
not
right.
especially in Miami, you got people always looking for a buck. You know what I mean? Especially in the creative community. If you want a videographer, if you want a studio time, if you want this, that. Here it was just all love.
Love.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And shout out to Curly J.
Shout out to Curly J, because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Curly J. So
he's like Wi-Fi, bro. He connects everything and everybody.
Hell
bro.
yeah, man. Give that man his flowers.
Overrated, underrated. So you said, do you drink alcohol?
I do.
Okay, you said you were 21, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we're gonna play this game called Overrated, Underrated. So we're gonna ask you 2 questions:
Right.
left or right. If you say left, you don't have to drink. If you say right, you don't have to drink. If you say I can't pick, then you have to take a shot. So basically, I'm gonna ask you 2 things, and if you don't pick it, you gotta take a shot.
All right, we'll see.
All right. So shout out to DJ EFN. EFN said everybody's taking shots of Fireball tonight. So this is what you'll be taking shots of. Get your cup, pour your own poison. Let's start off with it. Kendrick Lamar or Drake? Which one's overrated? Which one's underrated?
I mean, shit. I'm gonna have to take a shot.
Okay.
But
no buts. No buts.
All right, yeah.
There is no buts in this game.
But you know what I mean? Both super honorable, super respectable. These guys are the best in the world at their craft. And you know what I mean? The reason they're pitted up against each other is because of that.
They're the best, right?
It's because they're the best.
And you're taking a shot because they're the best, because you can't take a difference of
There
who's
you
who. Curly's looking at him like, oh boy. Oh boy. Jay-Z or Lil Wayne? Which one's overrated? Which one's underrated?
How you gonna ask me like all the goats, like which one's overrated, which one's underrated?
Because the show is called The Litty Show. You get lit on the show.
Like, you
So
have to
you're
take a
gonna
shot
pick
no
that?
matter what. I'll say, I think now in this generation, just
I want to hear your generation. You're 20.
because I don't want to take another shot, but but I think in this generation, people, I think Lil Wayne is underrated.
Okay, and Jay-Z
For
is
sure.
what? In your generation?
Probably still underrated, to be honest.
So you can't. Then you have to take a shot. You have to say one's overrated, one's underrated.
All right, I guess Jay-Z's overrated.
Okay, you don't have to take a shot no more. Next one, Biggie and Tupac.
Biggie and Tupac.
Which one's overrated? Which one's underrated?
I have to take a shot on that
You
one.
don't have to pour it to the lid neither. It's baby shots. It's really whatever you want. Just a swig if you want.
Nah, yeah, I have to take a shot on that one because
I was born with no liver, so I can drink a lot more.
Neither of those guys are overrated. Come on, they're the goats.
I'm gonna keep it easy with you. This is the last one. Getting a $500,000 record deal or getting
Overrated.
a $500,000 check to start your own label and fund your future.
Oh,
which one's overrated? Which one's underrated?
the record label is overrated.
Okay.
Because chances are, if you're getting a deal from a record label, you have to pay that back.
Right. So.
And also, here's another thing about being independent and what I've learned.
Go ahead.
Is that the whole point of the record label is to give you the circle around you that if you have built yourself independently, chances are you don't need. You already have those.
Shout out to the internet and shout out to the young guys like you.
Of course, yeah. So that's always been my belief. I mean, I always say I want to be the biggest independent artist in the world.
Hell yeah. That's good aspirations too.
And that's it, man.
Hell yeah.
Because what they're doing is renting you out and renting out those other people that they already have connections. But if I have connections to the videographer, to the PR team, to the this, to the that, I don't need you. I could keep my money.
Cut the middleman, like I keep telling you.
There you go.
We said it again with your producer. Cut the middleman.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, the check to start your own shit. Definitely underrated.
Underrated, right. So if the people want to find you, if the people want to listen to your music, they want to follow you, all these good things, explain to them. Talk to them where we can go. Look at that camera right there.
My name is Nick Rod. If you guys, I don't know, you guys Spotify, Apple Music, wherever your music is heard, I'll be there. My name is Nick Rod, R-O-D. And then on Instagram or TikTok, now I'm learning the whole TikTok world, even though that's supposed to be stuff from my age, but I don't really get all that shit. You can find me at Nick1 and Rod. And that's it, man.
You know the fucking vibes. It's Litty Willie, Nick Rod in the building. If it ain't lit, it ain't shit.
Facts.
We out.
Thank you, man.
No problem, brother.
It's the Litty Show. The Litty Show.
You know the fucking vibe.